Welcome everybody to the show today, and you know what it is. It is about that time. It is about that prime. It is prime time. I'm so excited for today's show, and man oh man, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be empowering. It's gonna be uplifting. It's gonna be creative. It's gonna be innovative. Listen, it's going to be amazing because I'm sitting with this great man who is next to me, and he doesn't need an introduction, guys. He doesn't need an introduction. He is he's done such amazing things, and I'm just so thankful that he is joining the show today. But I'm so excited to learn. I'm so excited to be equipped, and I'm just so excited to be inspired and to just go to the next level of prime time. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. And right now, I just want to formally welcome Mr. Talifhani Banks. Yes, sir.
My brother?
How are you?
I'm well.
Hey,
I'm well. Yes, sir.
The guys mustn't tell us that, hey, whatever, Corona.
Everyone have their own opinion.
Exactly,
even if you try and,
exactly.
But yeah, we should protect. I've got my mask.
Awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's a new year. We shouldn't start it with problems of last year. It's a new year.
Exactly.
Yourself?
Exactly. No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. And yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year to you too.
We're starting it well.
No, we're starting it on a very, very high note, guys. We're starting it on a very high note, and it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, 100%. I truly believe that.
And what I actually, before we actually dive into the discussion, because I know you guys are the people watching. They're so waiting. Excited.
Okay.
They're so ready to just learn so much. But just with 2022, last year was a tough year.
Yeah.
It was a tough year, and we learned so much.
Health is wealth.
And exactly. But I'm so excited because it actually took us to a place where we've kind of learned how to adapt, how to actually,
under
pressure. Yeah.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The greatest pressure, I believe, will bring about the greatest conquest. And that's how I feel, because now how it is that the pressure is a standard now.
Yes, it's
we
normal
operate,
thing.
We operate under pressure.
And that's the journey of building a corporation. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. We all know that we have to carry masks, but we're not stopping.
Exactly. So I love that we actually now it's normalized to actually act from a place of pressure, But everything is going good. And I think the first thing that we want to, talk about before we get into analytics advertising, obviously, as you all know, he is the CEO, guys. I'm sitting next to a CEO, it's such a privilege. He's the CEO of analytics advertising, and they've done such tremendous things, such amazing things. But before we get into the nitty gritties of all of that, what I first wanted to find out was just your upbringing. Tell us about your upbringing, your background, how was it like, because a lot of people, when they look at success, it's like they look at the end goal, but they don't look at every single element and every factor that contributed. Exactly.
Because they're like 80%
to that success. Exactly. So please tell us about your background, your upbringing, and how that contributed towards your success and who you are today.
I'm coming from Louis Richard in Limpopo. I don't know if you know.
I'm from... Well, my family's from Limpopo.
So I'm from Louis Richard. It's a very good... I think I look at it no difference from Midrand, Centurion, because we've got everything around. But I'm coming from Old Town. In that place, there's New Town. There's the rich people, Tycoon. So I'm learning there that there are certain things that we don't afford. You see what I mean? I started selling very early. I used to stay next to a train station because my father used to work for Transnet. So I used to see it as an opportunity because these guys catch Blue Train every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll be selling fruit and veg there, making some profits to buy mixed portions. And then I felt, but what got me into it is somewhere in grade 9. Some teacher, they said, gave us some task to go and understand EMS or stuff like that. Then I went to this factory that was around there, and I saw their financial statements, and I saw 5 million a month.
Wow.
And I was like, how do people do that? So and then I said, grade 10 going forward, I want to do commerce. I want to understand business. And business is who I am because I was already doing it. So even when I was at tax, I was studying statistics, taking some modules in econometrics, in informatics, in accounting. I even took accounting optional second year. Why?
I see. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's something that people don't usually do.
No, they don't.
Well.
In statistics, you want to do it. So we finished that, but I like the pressure that I got from tax. When I went to work in corporates, I'm working, but I'm as much as I'm talking, I feel like I'm not executing who I am. And until I realize it's time maybe to apply myself.
Yes.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
And that's really, really amazing. So, that upbringing, and I kind of sense that you already had that entrepreneurship sort of like hunger. You know, you had that entrepreneurship skill, which is something which is really, truly, truly incredible. And I know you're also very strong in terms of like education.
Yes.
In terms of education.
Because I had to change my mind. Took me a long time. We can talk about the universities and all. That's not what I'm talking about. And I hope people get me. From when I graduated in 2012, from 2012 to 2014, I had to read different books that just helped me change my mind. Because when you're coming from, I was not very low disadvantage, but I was also not there.
I see.
In the group that I was in. So I had to start reading all these different books, and it took me long to just understand that you have to think differently. And that's when I started taking it very serious. That's why I think educating your mind to adopt to that level is very key. If I have to give you any present, is knowledge. Because if I help you transform, you've become.
Wow.
If you become, you can attract anything.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Exactly. I was already there in 2014.
Not because of what manifested physically, but because of what manifested in here, the mindset. And in one of your interviews that I actually watched, because I've been following you, I've been inspired by you, I've been analyzing this man and trying to just be a sponge and learn. In one of the interviews, you said something so interesting. You said that the one thing that no one can take away from you is your mindset. The biggest asset of Mr. Banks is the mindset.
And people, when I was growing up, they will say, no, you shouldn't do that, you will fall. You see what I mean? Like, you shouldn't do certain things, you shouldn't. For me, put me back to the streets, put me at Attridgeville.
Wow.
I am still the same Mr. Banks because who I am is that pen and paper. And I'm still going to get it executed, I promise you.
And I love it when we say Mr. Banks.
Yes.
It's like we affirming.
Yeah. You're affirming.
Exactly.
Bro, I tailored it. I knew. At that time it was funny. But at that, I knew that it will become. It will manifest. Now I walk in a boardroom. I'm a deal maker.
Sure.
And I make people money. So
Yeah. No, that's really, really incredible. So just transitioning from University of Pretoria, and shout out to those who are at University of Pretoria. I also went there.
Thank you.
As well. That transition, because I know that you started in corporate.
Yes.
You started in corporate.
Yeah.
So just tell us about a bit about that journey and what you experienced and just what you learned. Because I know that by profession you were
a data scientist, business,
a data scientist, a business
all
analyst.
Those, all those business.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So 2013, I was very fortunate because I'm a pusher. I was pushing Peanut in 2012. We want to get jobs, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So I got this internship and it was paying 3.5 in 2013.
Okay.
I remember my friends, they were just like, I wouldn't take that. But what I liked about what I asked, because I was very much aware when I was in that interview, I was not going there for a job for anything. I was going there to understand what do you guys do and how can I connect what I have with you. So they told me that it was a consulting company called Damon Worldwide. And they are originally from Connecticut, US, New York, and they have all these different data scientists, and so I will be learning data analytics, which is the future of data science.
Definitely.
I listened, I was like, that's amazing. That's what we were talking about in class. I was like, okay, let me just go there. 6 months, if it's not working, I'm out. Now, when 6 months already, I'm interacting with guys from Connecticut, guys from, because they were already global.
All around.
So they had this platform, which is web, where you can interact. And then I got to realize that's when I knew analytics is the future. Now I'm heading to, as I was doing that, I said, let me also lecture because I like lecture. I went to lecture at Damelin as I work. And then 2015, I moved to Pick and Pay, where I was just applying my knowledge. And that's when I saw it.
I love that.
I saw myself creatively applying numbers into, because I was involved in Brand Match, in Smart Shopper, all those models.
Yeah, all of the ones that we are using.
When you get into Pick and Pay and you check the prices, probably some of them I set them.
Yeah.
And some of the products that you used to buy, some of them are no longer there. Probably I discontinued them. So how am I discontinuing these things? I'm understanding the business. And that's when I knew that there's so many brands on the shelf that we don't even realize.
Sure.
And I was like, I need to apply this knowledge there. But then I went to consult at Grow Hair. I went to consult at AutoZone. AutoZone, I was reporting to the CEO, Derek.
Okay.
That's when I learned that me with this man, I'm learning so much. And he was just powerful. I liked it. Wow. And I told him, I remember him sitting like this. He was like, what are you going to do?
Yes.
Said, I'm going to start a company. And
Yeah.
now I just added him on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because exactly how I told him, if he remembers, is how it came out.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's watching this. Wherever he is, I'm sure. No, but that's really, really great. That's really great. And for me, there's two phases here. You know, there's two phases which really stood out as you were speaking. The first phase was when you were speaking about learning, you know, and just absorbing everything. So I know this, there's a quote, or it's sort of like a term that we use. It goes like this. It's not about, you know, it's not about what you do, but it's also about who you know.
Yes.
You know, and I really believe that, you know, in this today's day and age, a lot of people, you know, they just like quick things, you know.
Microwave, like you said.
Microwave mentality, yeah. We were speaking about it
on
before.
Quick things.
Yeah, on quick things, you know. So I really believe in that learning process. There has to be a learning process, I believe you also...
You know what I like about what you're saying is, what I learned when I was selling is the drive.
Sure.
Me, I'm not going back home if I still can't buy a mixed portion with the profit. I'm not going back.
I love that.
And whether I like that customer or I don't like them, but I'm going to do whatever it takes so that I can walk to Spa and come back with a mixed portion. Every time when I went out, my mother knew I'm coming back, man. And now you're putting me in this platform. I'm already educated. I'm already reading. I know how to read. I just bet on myself 2017. I said, I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. And that's really incredible. And what happens now when you get to that place, and for me, as you're sharing your story, it's like you are so educated and you are so passionate that there just has to be something more.
There has to be.
And I really believe that the manifestation and the fruit of that was actually analytics advertising.
Yes, sir.
So I believe that, you know, you left your job. You left your job and it was paying you.
I was doing well. I could buy proper property that people want to buy now. I could buy them.
Sure.
And I was 27.
I
was growing very quick.
I don't know if I can say the figures. Can I share the figures with everyone?
Whatever it is, man. I don't. Everything must be so plain. I don't mind it.
Yeah, because you were getting a salary of 45,000. Yeah, 45,000.
Yeah.
You know, and for some of us, that's like
what? Yeah, you're done, right? But for me, I think it's where I'm coming from. I feel like I've went through so much pain that this is not enough to pay my pain.
Sure.
You know what? I hope people hear that, because
that's please say that again for everyone. Please just say that again.
Is that enough for it to pay what I've went through in my life? This is not it. It's not it. This is not what we were doing it for.
Yeah.
In my mind, this is me. The idea was to become educated, not to chase certificates. So education, if it's going to end here because I'm earning like this, is not the education I'm looking for.
Exactly.
I still want to learn. I still want to grow.
Exactly. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who are, you know, experiencing what you also experienced, because there comes a time where you have there's this feeling, you know, there's this inner desire that I'm not actually where
craving.
I'm
we call it craving.
There's a craving, you know. There's a craving where you know that you're not where you want to be, and you feel frustrated. It's like you're going to work.
But the key thing is nobody is causing you to think like that. It's because you are built like that.
Okay.
So they won't they won't create a space for you. You have to create it
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you, like, what would you advise those people who are like feeling
they are looking for answers externally? They keep going, they keep reading things. But do you know who you are? Do you know what you are connected to?
Sure.
Do you know how where your energy is on a higher level? why don't you live there where your energy is higher level every time? For me, it was creatively building something that I love, which is on numbers.
Exactly. And I love what you're saying, that you must know who you are. You said in one of the sessions that you had, you said that if you know who you are, then you'll know who you are not.
You'll know who you are not.
If you know who you are, then you'll know who you're not. Which means
so
that
if
you won't do.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Yes, sir.
please say it.
You have to spend time studying you.
Sure.
The education is not in external stuff coming in. It's in self going out, because the idea is to put out, is when you leave this world, you must have projected yourself out. So now study you and study the departments that you fit best. It can be sports, it can be engineering, it can be finance, but where do you fit best?
Yeah.
You find that you're good in sports, but you're in finance. How are you going to be?
Yeah.
There's no way around the board you're going to be the best.
Yes.
But when you find who you are, when you know who you are not, you will start slowly channeling to yourself.
And tapping into that.
And by definition, by law of nature, you must grow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. And so you started analytics advertising in the year?
2017.
2017. Yeah, you started.
So 2014, 2016, already I was in business. I was doing a lot of media stuff. For me, I would say it was research, basically, because I knew already what I wanted to do.
Okay.
But I didn't trust it.
Okay.
So I wanted to just apply it as I help others.
Yes.
I did a lot of things in media. In media, I was already recognized in 2016.
I see.
Then I looked at everything. I was like, this is not me and it's not connected to what I want to do. I'm not about looking like. I don't want to buy a nice dress, Givenchy, and let you see that I'm successful when I'm still. I said, I don't want this. So I had to start this company and start it as if I'm doing it from scratch.
Sure. And what was the inspiration behind it? Because, we faced, COVID hit, it hit, and, the pandemic was there, and it was insane what was going on, So I know that you're in the digital space and you up here, but tell us about the inspiration. What was the passion behind it? What was the drive behind it? Because also what I want you to add is the fact that you were doing this and it was a risk also, because I believe you had a family that you needed
I was
to take
already
care
married,
of, so I want to, because if you have that kind of passion and you want to take that kind of risk, there must be something special.
There must be. I think
there must be something unique.
I don't know if I'll answer it in a right way, but I'm from statistics, and in statistics we learn about predictive modeling.
Okay.
It's like based on previous data, you can determine the next months and the next one.
Okay.
But that's numbers. Numbers are reactive. I'm a spiritual man. In spirituality, you can actually see where you're going, and if you can see it and live in it, you can become it.
Yes.
Somehow I connected these two things, and also because this is where people realize that I read, because sometimes when I speak they feel like I don't.
It's like
you have to create a YouTube before 95, because when the internet blow, you have to be there ready.
Correct.
You have to create an electric car before it's recognized, because when people start plugging their electric power station, you'll be ready.
Yes.
I just somehow felt like there will be time where digital will control the game. And I could feel it. I could tell it. Everyone that I worked with, I told them.
Yes.
That's what gets me excited, because I told you,
yes, this
is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work in digital, and I'm going to create it like this with data.
Yes.
And it was not working. Okay, yes, I was getting seasonal project 2017. Seasonal, but we were growing. I can show you big numbers, but they were seasonal.
Yes.
2018, still seasonal. 2019. But growth until 2020, when COVID happened.
Yes.
When COVID happened, that day, that April, I got the biggest deal.
Sure.
But I wouldn't have got it if I was not ready, and if I was not in that room, and if I was not recognized as that person.
I understand.
So I had to pay the price.
And you did.
So some people will want to work in 6 months, then they will go back. They'll say I'm taking 6 months break so that I can go push it. If it doesn't work, I'm going back.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm budgeting my money so that I can calculate, so that if it doesn't work, no man, this is not that. Like that. There's no time frame. This is infinity. This is you projecting out. Why would you time it in 6 months?
Sure.
because you haven't even built relationship. Remember, this is, like you said, it's about connection. It's about who you know.
Yes.
Business is human to human.
Yes.
I'm talking to you. You will talk to that one. That one will give me business.
Yes.
But if you're saying in 6 months, you will go back, it means you haven't built a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's a problem in which so many entrepreneurs actually find themselves in, you know. And I think we touched base on it just before, this interview.
Yeah.
Is the fact that when people start something, they have so much passion, they have so much zeal,
drive.
there's so much drive.
Yeah,
but
until
as soon as they decline, and as soon as something doesn't work,
Yeah.
then they tap out. You know,
And that's the time. You see that's what differentiates us. Because that's where I'm thinking under pressure.
Sure.
You see that's what I'm saying about drive, because in that level you'll be operating on 1 and I'm still on 99. I promise you. Maybe because you run on petrol. I don't.
Yeah.
I when I'm sleeping, answers come. You see, when I'm before I sleep, I'm thinking about it.
Sure. That's amazing. So what would you say to those people who are, I want to say, impatient, but what would you maybe advise them to just work on and to actually, because, I know that analytics advertising, for where it actually, the success that it's reached and where it had to actually be, there were shortcomings.
Many times, and they're hitting me.
There were shortcomings. There were things that were not working.
So many.
There were things that, you had to refine, and maybe you can talk
honest,
about that.
let's talk. You tell me, how many data science companies do you know? You tell me, give me 2. Okay, so now that you can't answer it, how am I figuring it out? Because I'm doing what it hasn't been done. Because I'm not doing what it doesn't require any thinking.
Yes.
I had to keep cracking the head. So for me to position myself and say, I'll call it this, which is not there, what do I mean?
Yeah.
It means I had to refine it.
Yeah.
So many failures in there.
Yeah.
So many times I stuck in without petrol. I look like I don't know what I'm doing. I see my relatives, my friends, and they look at me like, this guy is mad, man. Why don't he go back to work? Here's some third party people saying somebody said you don't like working. You see what I mean? I'm broke, I'm down, I'm out, but I'm still thinking. And I appreciate my wife, man. I appreciate her because when I get home, every time there was food.
Sure.
Because I appreciated her because the way I was so struggling, I didn't deserve food.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve food, anything.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Your hunger was the business.
There's this special thing she does when she gives me food. She gives me on a tray.
Yes.
When I'm down and I was failing, I don't feel like I deserve it, but that pulls my energy.
That's amazing.
You see what I mean? Those are things
amazing.
I appreciate.
Sure.
And I had a daughter, 2018. She really, I called her Cheza, which means light.
I love
so
that.
I just felt like she was going to be my in that tunnel. She was going to be my light, and that's after the 2018 I started winning. To be honest, 2018 August.
Sure.
I started winning. Yeah.
Wow. So yes, guys, I think it's really about having that growth mindset. There's people who have a growth mindset, and then there's people who have a fixed mindset. There are people who are leaders, and then there's maybe people who are down and out, want to become a follower. So maybe you can.
There's 2 ways to it. So everyone is everyone is a leader, but there are two. In my head, there are 2 types of leaders. You are either a pioneer leader who invents, like me, or you are a leader who follows that vision and lead it and own it, because I can't do what my guys do. These guys are powerful, man.
I've met them and I've seen them.
Yes, people see me. They don't know these guys are powerful. On their own, when I look at them, I'm like, that's amazing, man. These guys from vets, tax, whatever. Some are self-taught, but all of them are powerful. So what I can say is, to make it, you have to know who you are, because when it's so tough and it's taking you long, you need to believe in what you can do. And the only way to believe in what you can do is you understanding what it is. If you don't, you'll quit. Because you'll move when it's like when there's wind around.
Exactly.
So there was so many wind for me. So many. I even got scammed.
Sure.
I remember in Rosebank, they kicked me out in Rosebank.
No ways.
Because, man.
Yeah.
Man, I got scammed 100K, and then I was supposed to pay. Then they kicked me out.
No ways.
And my team, I had a team of 3 guys, and they were just like, we can't get in, we can't access in. And for that week, we were working at Starbucks.
Okay.
In 2018.
Okay.
beginning of 2019, and then that's when after that month, that's when we moved because we already had clients.
Oh, okay.
Then we moved to a Senton.
Yeah, so many hardships.
I went through it all, man.
You just went through it all.
Yeah. So somebody would want to work it in 6 months, want to work in 12 months.
Yeah.
You want small things. Small things, yes. Sell ice cream, man.
Sure.
Ice cream you can easily determine. If you are creating something that has never been done,
yeah,
be aware that it will take you time.
And you have to pay the price.
So,
have to pay
but
the
if
price.
you want to do things that are easy to do, like selling cell phones, so that somebody who you are explaining what you do can hear you, then do that. But
Yes.
things that we are doing, nobody
Yeah.
could hear us. Even my father even questioned me. I remember this one time he said,
Yes.
I think I need to sit with you because I don't see where you are going.
Yes.
I don't see where you are going. And that's when I told him, you won't see it because you don't even have internet. You don't even have this thing.
Yeah.
And he was very frustrated about it. But after some time, I think we got a chance to sit.
Yes.
And I told him, this is where I told you I would be, 2014. That was 2019. He was just amazed where we were at that time.
Yeah, that's
Now
amazing.
I work with him, every day.
Okay.
He's here.
Yeah.
He's got 2 cleaners.
Yes.
And he makes sure this place is clean.
No, that's really great. So it's very important to have a vision.
Yeah.
If we were to summarize everything,
Very important to see it.
vision. Yeah.
So many times, man. So many times. Even my own mother. Why don't you go back to? You can do this part time. Yes, you can do this part time.
Yes.
But when you know, it's
Yeah.
about that knowing. That knowing will sustain you.
Yes.
Because I didn't have anyone confirming that I belong. I
Sure.
didn't have it.
Yeah.
How can they confirm what they don't know?
Yes. Exactly. And how can they confirm to something that's not theirs?
Yeah. Nobody will tell you they told me I'm going to make it. Nobody. Because if you are telling me congratulations, I already have passed all the stages.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's incredible. It's incredible because from vision now you can create. You know, from vision now
From
you can
vision
create.
you see it.
And
Exactly how you planned your wedding.
it wasn't a wedding. It was a
The proposal. Exactly how you proposed. You
Yes.
proposed.
Yes.
You could see it,
Yes.
and you started planning it,
Yes.
and then it happens. That's how I see it.
No, that's really amazing. So I know that you guys, analytics advertising, you are a 4-time medium enterprise award-winning company.
Award-winning innovation technology
Oh my word!
ministers award.
Yes. So what was the process behind that? How did you feel? You know, and how did they get a hold of you? I mean, just tell me about everything. Tell me about.
So when I was
you know?
I didn't realize that we are in this level. I was not even interested to this awards thing. I'm not a person of awards.
Wow.
Right? Until I joined the Rising Stars.
Okay.
So the Rising Stars, I joined in March. And Rising Stars, I didn't know that I'm going to be somewhere top 10 in there.
Yes.
Because in my mind, us, we don't win.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
When we came top 10, I started feeling like, what? It's top 10. Then I was excited. And that top 10 brought so many other large global clients.
Yes.
I think I signed about 3 global clients after that.
Sure, because of the exposure.
Yes, the exposure was huge. Then I didn't think top 5 is us. In top 5, I'm there. I'm like, now I can talk about it. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So when top 5 happened, I'm excited. Now I start feeling like, actually, out of this top 5, I'm one of the best here. You see what I mean? I started assessing what I'm doing.
Yes.
And assessing what they're doing.
Yes.
I started feeling like I'm the best
yeah,
because
yeah.
I am in a different level.
Sure.
The numbers we're making, I didn't even realize they are in a different.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started realizing that TT100 and Da Vinci and Department of Science and Innovation were calling me as well.
Wow.
And so you know how I speak left every time when people speak right.
Yes, true.
So they were asking me
true.
these questions, and they are all interviewing. They are checking our financial statements. They're checking my company. They're interviewing my team. They're like, how is your management skills? How do you guys move here? They are asking the team.
Yes.
And that's why we want the management of people.
Yes.
Because my management style is different. It's
Oh,
about energy.
sure.
Everybody needs to be in the right position. So they manage themselves.
Wow.
If that's for you, why should I tell you things that's for you?
Exactly.
It drives you.
Oh, I love that.
I just tell you where we're going so you can
love
use
that.
the energy to channel. We want that. And then the innovation and technology happen because we are creating systems and we
Yes.
are managing data
Yes.
for those global clients.
Yeah.
And there was some way we connected, even extracting data, digital data as well, using all these Pythons and all this modeling that we
Yes.
use. to connect and advise the business. It was so intelligent that they felt like this is the company.
Yeah, this is it.
This is
where we need to be.
And I didn't realize we are in the medium enterprise until they told me that if you are in all these 7 figures and what doing this, you are part of it.
Yeah.
And in my mind, that don't register. You see.
I really love that. I really, no, like it's.
You see.
I'm so intrigued. I'm so inspired.
Yeah.
Because you know what you said is so true.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to just and this is the shocking thing.
Yeah.
I want to highlight this to everyone that's watching and listening to this, is that you didn't focus on the accolades.
I didn't.
You didn't focus on the achievements. You didn't focus on, I'm chasing after money. I'm chasing after fame. I'm chasing after. All you had was the heart, and all you had was the vision.
That's the drive. Because how am I employing such expensive people if I love money so much that it should control me? Bro, I'm focusing on what can become.
I love that.
So if I'm focusing on what can become, I need somebody who will help me do what I can't do.
I love that.
However they cost me.
Yes.
It's not about the price.
Yes.
I used to tell my wife that I want that guy. She says, no, I want that person, please.
And it's not about price. It's about who the person
that
is.
Will bring. And all of them, they just bring greatness.
And this is why this is so inspirational, and this is why this is so amazing, is because your number one goal is that you actually are interested in people. You're saying that you want to bring something that will become, but you can't do that without a human being
who has knowledge to that.
Who's being and becoming.
Yes.
That sort of like vision, and that sort of like goal.
Yes. Yes.
So I know, and I have full assurance that your company is sustainable.
Yes.
Because it's and just as I walked in here and as I'm seeing everyone, I can see that every single person is like the same.
Yes.
It's not you managing. No. Even when I came in here, you were like, no, please come sit here. And I'm like, what? I can't sit next to you. I can't sit on your seat.
Bro,
so I'm so intrigued.
There's no levels.
There's no levels. There's no you do this, you do that, and it's a dictatorship. But what I love about the way you run your business is that, you rub off.
Yes.
From one another's energy.
Yes.
Iron
if you were not there, I was not gonna do it the same way.
Oh.
People mistaken, they say your team is like having this playful character, and I'm like, they don't understand it. Because you have to be yourself, and if you are yourself, you have to be happy.
Exactly.
And you have to be excited about the product.
Exactly.
How are you going to innovate if you're not excited? This guy wants you to be serious.
Yeah.
He wants you to be serious to show that you're working. That's not what we're doing. And that's how we got. How did we get to medium enterprise if we're playing?
Exactly.
And that's what they must be aware of, because what are we doing which is what they're not? Because I worked for those corporations and none of them applied this.
Yes. Yes. And that's why so many people feel like, they stuck, because they don't apply, in so many, they stuck in their jobs because there's no growth.
It's a job.
It's a job.
So here we are inventing.
And it's who you are, you creators.
My speech every Monday, you are part of the great inventors. What do you want to be remembered for in this ship? Because this ship will be recognized, will stand the test of time, and people will talk about people who were part of that ship.
Yeah.
What do you want people to know about you?
Yes.
That's what I say.
The legacy.
You start thinking, hey, if I'm going to be a chief data science here, or I'm a data manager or whatever, or a software engineer, I need to do it in a way that it hasn't been done.
Sure.
You keep researching. Everyone is self-managed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're in the front line.
Can't teach some of these things, bro.
Yeah.
The way we create things there, it's that person has to push themselves to create it, because they amaze me when I look. I'm like, wow, I can't believe we are here. Now we're building a system in health that's going to be disruptive. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's amazing, and we're really excited about that, for that launch.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be really great.
Yeah. So, but what got you to do what you're doing?
What got me to do what I'm doing? Well, it's I thought I was interviewing you.
Yeah, but I feel like I should.
No problem. Well, especially with COVID, when COVID hit and when COVID struck, it felt like, the Bible, when it says that, my people perish because of a lack of vision. You know,
man, you're talking it. That's
yeah,
it.
I really believe that's actually something which happened, and it felt like everyone was haywire, everyone was running around, everyone just lost it in terms of you know, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and you know, everyone just had now this thing of I'm just, you know, I'm it's done.
It's a fear.
It's a fear, yeah. It's a fear.
And when you live in fear, everything stops.
Everything stops.
I was surviving in faith, and every stage that I was working in was, man. If I can tell you what I was going through in that time, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But if you start applying fear, if your fear is bigger than your faith, you can't. And where that challenge is there, that's where you need to apply more faith and be in there. Yeah. We didn't die.
No, we thank God for that. So, you know, I was just thinking to myself, yes, we are going through this, but we shouldn't see it as a failure, but we should see it as an opportunity.
It is an opportunity. You know why?
You know,
the corporations that were existing freely back in the days, they were distracted. Exactly. And there were new opportunities that are now emerging.
Exactly. And so that's when the show actually had that light bulb moment. You know, it's prime time.
It's prime time.
It's prime time. And I said to myself, and I thought to myself, why is it that in South Africa and in Africa, you know, why is it that, you know, we're not talking about these things? Why aren't we actually empowering people? Why aren't we actually advancing the lives of people? Why aren't we sharing the knowledge? Because knowledge is a skill. Knowledge is a power. Knowledge is a force to be reckoned with.
It's like saying like this. They always ask this: between money and banana, monkeys will choose bananas. But the same thing, between knowledge or money, what would you choose? I would choose knowledge, because knowledge can help you multiply it. The people who have money always distribute it to those with knowledge. Money follows solutions. You don't have money because you are not solving anything. What did you solve in the past 6 months?
So money comes when you actually have solutions.
Yes, people give money to people who are giving solutions. I can come and ask you 500,000, you won't give me. But if I come and I say I will set up the studio like this for you, and I will make it like this, and then you'll say no, I can pay you 100,000. That's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
You see what I mean?
No, I hear you. I'm taking notes, even though guys, I don't have a notebook. I'm taking notes.
Money follows solutions, but if you focus on money, you will miss it. Like now, if I focus on money, you'll see me with Ferraris, because I can afford them. But you don't see me. I'm here 9 to 9.
Exactly.
Because that's not what is driving me.
Exactly.
I see a lot of people who are not even on our. We've got a team, man. People who are like let's say personal brands who don't even have. They look like they are so much wealthier. Than someone like me, for example. When I'm walking in the street, they won't take me serious. They'll take that person serious.
Yes.
Because they look more rich. I don't want to look like that. I want to be driven by solving problems.
And the impact that
that's
you
the
make.
difference.
And that's why, you know, as you asked me, why did I start Primetime? It's because I was just analyzing, you know, no pun intended. I was analyzing, you know, and I was just looking at how people are thinking, you know, and just looking at, you know, globally, you know, because, you know, in other, you know, you can say first world countries, you know, they're pushing this. They're pushing it.
They're on a different league.
They're on a different league. And as much as COVID, so I thought to myself, yes, COVID is something which is physical, but even something even terrible is happening, is that there's COVID of the mind.
Yes.
There's COVID of the mind. Not COVID of just, you know, no, but it's
can't
COVID
even
of the
move.
mind.
You can't move. You're paralyzed.
You know what I mean. And if you just, you know, if you just watch our shows, you know, that we see on a daily basis. If you just switch on your TV,
it's too much. It's entertainment.
You know, and there's also bad news that is taking place. And
you see, I don't have TV. My kids don't watch TV. We don't consume negativity. We control what we consume in our head. And what we project out.
Exactly.
In the TV that we have, we're learning from it. We have got digital connections. When you keep watching SABC, And we used to watch TV from 5 to 12 to 10. You remember back in the day?
Yes, I remember.
I don't do that. I don't want that in my house.
I remember.
Because all those news, every news, somebody died.
Yeah.
Some car crash happened.
Sure.
Weather it's like weather is wrong. You know what I mean?
So I identified that, and I was like, but why are there no entrepreneurship shows? Why? Because my favorite shows, I love watching Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I love watching Dragon's Den.
Yes.
I love watching the Apprentice.
Apprentice,
you know, as well. Those are my kind of shows. Why? Because they challenge me mentally.
Yeah.
They challenge me, to become a better version, of myself, so that I can actually be a blessing to other people.
To other people.
Because you can take the entertainment, and I'm not because people are very talented out there. Very skilled.
So
I'm not demoralizing. I'm not undermining
yes,
that. People are gifted. Shout out to that and things like that. I'm not diminishing that. But if it's not gonna help you progress, if it's not going to help you actually move forward and advance, then what are we doing? Why are we living? Then what's the purpose?
Yeah.
That's why I started Primetime.
Yeah.
Because when I reached out to you, what did I said? I gave you a nice little paragraph.
Yeah.
And then I said my goal is to empower people in order for them to actually reach their dreams.
Yes.
And then I said, this is my vision. My vision is for Primetime to be the biggest, largest thought leadership show.
And that's what it is.
Continent.
That's what it is. Because how do you think I connected with you?
Yes.
What you are saying, you know exactly what you want. So if you want it to be the biggest and most helpful platform, that's what I resonate with that, because that's the goal. The goal is to help others become.
Exactly.
Because people will mistake it when they see you. Jay-Z says it right. It's like, you gotta be an Illuminati if a nigga shine. You can't be a nigga if a nigga rich.
Okay.
Because people don't resonate with that. They don't connect with you. But I don't want to be recognized like that.
Yes.
I want to be recognized as a person who lives like everyone else and helps everyone to become.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So, what I want to actually ask, what would be the 5 things? Hopefully it's not much.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it fine?
I like the challenge.
But what would be maybe the 5 things that you would actually advise people to take? What are the 5 things? Let's say the 5 biggest lessons you have learned, and 5 biggest things you have applied, or the 5 biggest things which you've really taken to heart, which have really helped you.
Which I took to heart.
And
probably which I haven't shared in the level.
Just maybe that people can take, because as much as we share in theory, I also want people to practically be empowered. What's the next step? What can people look into? What can people actually explore? But just from your point of departure as Mr. Banks.
Yeah, this is Mr. Banks time.
Yes, it's Mr. Banks time.
Number 1,
just give 5 key things that people can actually take.
Number 1, if you're coming from a disadvantaged background like me, you have to transform your mind, so you need to be educated. I'm not talking about the university education alone. I'm talking about knowledge that feeds into who you are, so you can transform in it. When you read the Bible, if you are a Christian, you transform when you're reading.
Yes.
I'm talking about books that helps you transform your talent.
Yes.
So that you can live in them.
Exactly.
When you are now transformed, now we're going to the second level. You have to have drive.
Okay.
Because now you are running. Drive is petrol. Drive will help you when you don't have enough to move.
Yes.
You'll still crawl.
Sure.
You'll still walk, you'll still try. And that's enough. You need to stand the test of time for you to hit that luck.
Yes.
So you have luck, you have knowledge, you have transformed, now you have drive. You need to be patient in the game. Be patient in the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's winning. It's not about them. Everyone have their own time.
Yes.
And you must be happy. Clap for them.
Yes. Be content.
People mistake it every time. They feel like they need to not clap.
Yes.
Me, I clap everyone. I don't I don't even care what they think. I have to clap for myself because I'm happy for you. If you can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
Now you're patient. Now I'm left with 2. As if you have transformed and you have the drive and you are patient, at some point you're gonna hit it. At some point you're gonna create that luck. The luck will come. Absolutely. But once the luck comes, you need to be consistent.
Yeah.
You need to be consistent with it, because think about it now. I could have, instead of paying that person who's like that, earning so much, buy a Bentley. I could have bought a Ferrari instead.
Exactly.
I'm saying that in 8 months, I'm moving to another office. Why am I moving if I can afford these things? But it's about investing in what you want to do. So that's consistency. You remain consistent. So these 5 things. Why I said you will hit the luck is not just that big win. It's every small win. Even just second email saying, hey, we are interested to hear what you have. You go to that. I let those moments become my drive. That meeting, that petrol full tank, all those things motivated me. And right now, like I said, I don't think anything motivates me than myself. It's internal. So whatever happens to me, don't feel bad for me. Just know I will come back. You know what I mean? But nothing like that will happen because of the planning, the team, and but I'm just saying, like, if it happens next time you see me in Alex and you think I'm down, and just know that's the comeback.
Yes.
That's the comeback, because the comeback will be more powerful.
Yes.
I can't unlearn what I already know now.
No, true.
Yeah, those are my 5 things.
Sure. Man, oh man. That's a lot. That's a lot. And really, 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 really empowering. And thank you so much for sharing those. And I hope that the people watching this and listening to this can grab with 2 hands. Transform. Take it with both hands and really just get elevated. And I think just closing remarks. I would ask you, what does the future look like? What does the future look like now that because analytics advertising has it's
that dream, right?
It's there, and I feel like your business has matured.
Yes, it's doing well.
It's doing very well. I really believe so.
So now that I know, I used to stretch, like I used to just tap into it and see if it works. Like I was saying, now that I know that it works when I think, or when I'm taking a walk, I take a lot of walks, and that's why I analyze the whole vision. I see it.
Yes.
Now that I know it works when I'm thinking about it, I want to disrupt this year. I want this year to be different from last year. Last year, I didn't even know that I was part of the innovators. I was just doing.
Yes.
This year, I'm aware of it.
Yes.
But now I'm doing to show who I am. You see what I mean? Myself still, but also to help people. There's so many people sending me CVs.
Sure.
I need to get them jobs. Me, I look at it as an X. Another X that I need to solve. Another mixed portion I need to solve. And with what we are building now, the system we are building, I'm sure I'm gonna hit it. Yeah.
No, I'll be there. I'll definitely.
I know some people some people mistake my confidence for arrogance, but how did I got here? Because everyone I told them I'm gonna be here. And if they didn't take it for arrogance, they would have been with us. See. So I do believe that we are the new future, like yourself as well. We need to build new platforms that are digital friendly and will help create more jobs. Yes. Like the new Transnet.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, that's how the future looks for me. I want to build Transnet in digital.
Wow.
My father used to work for Transnet. This company had so many employees that when he comes back, in his car, he had 5 other friends who are from Transnet. So I want to build something like that. People think like I'm motivated by just seeing. No, I'm not interested to what you are doing, man.
Yes.
Me, I'm interested in disrupting. I'm the disruptor. For you to stop me, you need to kill me.
Yeah.
Because I am that person.
Yes.
You see?
Yes. Yes. That's incredible. That's really, really awesome. So yes, I think it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Thank
you so much for the platform, my brother.
Thank you so
much. I like what you're doing, to
thank
be honest.
Thank you so much. And
this is what it takes. We need to share the knowledge for everyone to expand.
Yes.
And also your platform start growing when you collaborate, partner with me and many others, because I know some people who will want to be part of this show. And I will drive them to you.
Thank you so much.
You see what I mean?
Thank you so much.
We grow together.
And you don't know how much that means to me. Because I've really I've really pushed, and I've really done so many things, and I've got so many rejections. So
they come like that.
And just you sitting next to you as the CEO of analytics advertising, and just see what you have built and see what you guys have created, and still what you're striving for and what you are gonna achieve. I'm just really I'm humbled.
It makes you realize yours is also possible. But what I can say is all rejections are redirections, and places that all rejected you, they don't deserve you. It's not like you needed to be there and know to do what. Those stuff is already done. You need to be part of the people who are doing what hasn't been done.
Yes.
So why are you going to platforms there?
Yes.
So you need to create something that is new TV.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're on a journey.
Yeah.
You see what I'm to create it, and how you build it is, I've got my own audience. That guy has got his own audience, and all of them are coming to Primetime.
Yes. No, exactly. That you hit the nail with the hammer there. So,
and we still do campaigns. You remember that?
Yes. No, we do.
We still drive campaigns through data. So when I'm part of Primetime, there's so many millions we're sending out. If you don't know,
millions, guys.
So you're part of the family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make sure I get a seat there. You know, hopefully I can just join you up, because this is definitely long term. It's definitely, as I told you before the interview and whatnot. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn as much as I can.
This is that platform.
Be a part of what you're doing and just help where I can.
Did you like it working in here? How do you feel?
I loved it. My favorite part was God is King.
First one.
Yes.
We have to be ourselves.
Yeah.
Because when we are ourselves, we'll be able to do what resonates with others. If I come in here and I start acting like I'm my own self-made creator, and I hide the powers and the higher powers that are helping me, I won't resonate with many people. But when I'm myself, we know God, the word God resonate with creation. And here in this platform we create. Sure. No, that's amazing. And I feel like if we keep on talking, we're gonna go on and on and on. Thank you so much, my brother.
But thank you so much, and everyone that is watching and listening to this, thank you so much for tuning in. And I forgot to ask, how can actually people reach you? How can people reach you and connect with you? What platforms are you available on?
I'm on 2 platforms, Instagram and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Instagram is for aesthetics. I get to chill with my kids and show some of my other side of life, but I also motivate there. But LinkedIn is me being a business person and motivating people in business and talking futuristic stuff. And because I have my clients, partners in there as well. So it's my platform to connect and interact.
Okay, great. So people can just find you by just searching
Talifhani
Banks or analytics advertising. Okay.
And awesome. Website is analyticsadvert.com.
Okay.
Global.
Awesome.
We do work with global clients.
Of course. Okay, no, awesome. So that's how you can reach Talifhani Banks. And it was such an amazing interview, such a great discussion.
Too long,
And it was, it was perfect. It was really perfect. So thank you guys so much for watching this. And there's going to be more videos that we're going to be shooting, and there's going to be more content. So just please feel free, to subscribe. Please feel free to also follow me at Peter Modiba. And I know that the best is yet to come. This is just the beginning of
Road
what
to
is
Undisputed.
to come. And Road to Undisputed. And we really started this year on a high note.
Yes, sir.
2020, we are conquering. 2020, we're multiplying. We're really going to, we're just going to thrive, man. We're really going to thrive. Yeah. But you know what it is, guys. It's about that time. It's about that prime. It is prime time. So thank you again for joining.
Appreciate it.
And guys, till we meet again, this is Peter Modiba signing out. Cheers and have a good one.
Yeah.